Hey guys, this is Logan with the International Review, and today we are reviewing Hayao Miyazaki's Porco Rosso. And this film follows our protagonist, Porco Rosso, who has been cursed to become a pig. We don't really know what caused this curse or exactly why he's been cursed, we just know that it happened during the Great War, and yeah, now he's a bounty hunter who hunts down pirates and other lowlifes, but for a price. He really doesn't have much honor, and he's pretty shrewd. He will do the right thing and save passengers and hostages, but he's going to ask a pretty high price for that protection, and he tends to live life as luxuriously and leisurely as possible until his life is interrupted by Donald Curtis. And Curtis is a very skilled but brash pilot from America, and he basically just wrecks Porco Rosso's life, destroys his plane, and pretty much upturns his life, and this forces Porco Rosso to go back to Italy to get his plane repaired, where he meets Fio, who does all the repairs on his plane, and she will accompany him throughout the rest of his adventures. And if that sounds like a bit of an absurd plot to you, you'd be right. This is a very out-there comedy that knows exactly what it is, which is a fun, disposable film. And even though this is not my favorite Miyazaki film, and yeah, it's not my favorite Miyazaki film, but I do appreciate the fact that it maintains its theme and its tone throughout the entire film, and I appreciate that with this film. Porco Rosso has a very interesting tone. It's kind of appealing to a young audience and an older audience as well, which is strange. There's kind of a juxtaposition there. I mean, Miyazaki's even gone on record saying that he was shocked that the film was a success, considering how juxtaposition this film was and who it was being aimed for. But one thing I will say about Miyazaki's film is that it maintains this tone all throughout the film, and I really appreciated that. And that it kind of went out on a limb with it. But my biggest flaw with this film is, why is this tone established? Why is this film in existence? What are the themes? And there's no real substance to this film. I mean, don't get me wrong, it dabbles in the idea of fascism in society, women rising to the occasion, and honor, and all these ideas, but it never fully realizes them. It's almost like it dabbles in these ideas and then just drops them off. For example, the idea of fascism in society, I was so excited to see that. I wanted this film to go into that so badly, I was just dying for it, but it doesn't do it. It's almost like it introduces it, and it does it in a very interesting way. We get the secret police following Porco Rosso, and it's very subtle, and nothing becomes of it. It just drops it off. But it is what it is. The film just doesn't have a whole lot of meat on the bones. Now, after being a little bit harsh with the film, one thing that I do like with it is the animation. Miyazaki always makes good animation and knows what he's doing as a director, and this film doesn't disappoint. I liked how the characters express themselves as well. There's a really good scene with Porco Rosso and Madame Gina where she's talking about her husband who has died, and Porco Rosso just kind of looks at her and pours her a glass of wine, you know? It's subtle moments like that and the direction of how that's presented that's really nice, and it shows how Miyazaki has perfected his style and has a very good system down. I just wish he had some better themes to be expressing this with. Guys, I had fun with Porco Rosso. I don't think it's a great film, but it's not a horrible film either. I mean, it's a fun, disposable film, and I think Miyazaki realizes that, and he was just making this to have fun and to present just a lighthearted, energetic comedy. And even though the film doesn't have that much substance, it's still an enjoyable film. And for that, I'm going to give Porco Rosso a 7 out of 10. A fun, disposable film that I think that you guys will enjoy. Definitely check out Porco Rosso, and thank you guys as always for staying tuned. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for my future Studio Ghibli reviews. I'm going to be going over Ocean Waves next, and it's going to be followed by Poco, which is directed by Isao Takehata, and it's a bit of an underrated film. I'm interested to see what he does with that. And stay tuned for my weekend review that will be up this weekend. I'm going to be going over Split, so definitely stay tuned for that. All that's coming up very quickly, And guys, thank you again for staying tuned. And if you like this review, you can click, subscribe, and join the conversation.